Caleb, I'm bitter.
Yeah.
So.
We just recorded 15 minutes, and as it turns out, we weren't recording.
Oof. How do you feel about the word oof, Caleb?
Oof.
Oof.
Oof, my oofs.
Did you ever play Roblox as, like, the time when Roblox playing is appropriate?
No.
Yeah. I mean, we've all played Roblox in, like, 16 and up. But yeah. I didn't play Roblox as a 12 and under.
Yeah, I played Minecraft.
I played a ton of Minecraft.
Minecraft is a pretty good
I still
game,
play Minecraft.
I don't.
I mean, like, I won't play on my own, but, like, my little brother, he's 12. I'll get on with him if he's on. He's like, let's play Minecraft. And I'm like, that sounds like the best idea ever. It's a good game.
It's solid, I'd say.
Yeah, like...
It's kind of overdone now.
Oh, totally overdone. But objectively, it's a solid game.
Yeah.
Same with Undertale. Objectively, it's a solid game.
Oh, the soundtrack to that game is beautiful.
Oof. And then... Tumblr.
12-year-olds.
Same
Garbage
with
people.
Steven Universe. Objectively, great show. Then, Tumblr.
Everyone's like, hey, look, those two characters are gay.
And you're like,
yeah.
You're sure?
Yeah, they're gay, but, like, I don't care.
They're like, okay, fine. And then they're like, fan art of a boy with a mother figure. And that is Tumblr.
I feel like you got a little too intense there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really salty about Steven Universe and Undertale because I really like them. But I can't say I like them anymore.
Yeah. I try to avoid talking about Undertale in most situations.
Yeah.
Our podcast is now a horror show.
Oof. Like, I was going, like, a little too off the rails, like, Tumblr. And then we got the, like, cool...
Caleb messing with the guitar.
Yeah, we got the ambient soundtrack of horror films. Do you watch horror films, Caleb?
You know what? I'm not really interested in, like, actual horror films, but I do enjoy a good, shitty B-movie.
Okay, I get that. I like good horror movies, like films that are not just about scaring you, but are like objectively good films because they're artistic. Like Get Out. Get Out was a good movie.
I haven't seen it. I don't watch a whole lot of horror. I don't watch a whole lot of movies these days.
Yeah. Did you watch Split?
Split? No.
Oh.
Isn't that the one with
James McAvoy?
Yeah.
And he's like a bunch of different dudes. It's just like him acting good for 2 hours. And then a bunch of other side characters not acting good. Including the director himself.
Hey, look. An Amber Alert, Stuart.
What?
There's an Amber Alert.
Amber Alert?
Yeah,
oh, no.
Amber Alert.
That's not good. He's a bad guy.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So, Stuart.
Yes.
You said you like good horror movies.
I like good movies that happen to be horror.
Okay. How do you feel about B horror movies?
Oh, I love B movies. Okay, like, B movie doesn't mean it has to be bad. It just means it has to have a lower budget, and it wasn't, like, in Hollywood inner circles. Like, Dawn of the Dead. Classic movie. It was a B film.
Yeah. How do you feel about Cabin in the Woods?
Cabin in the Woods, I haven't seen it.
I like it because it's real meta.
Yeah, I that's what I've heard. Like, when the first things I heard about, there are a bunch of movies that I just knew the spoiler from the get-go.
Yeah.
Like Fight Club or The Sixth Sense and Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
And Inception. Inception is also another one I knew the spoiler before I actually watched the movie.
So, like, in other news, how do you feel about I was going to talk about something and then I lost it.
Ooh. How do you feel about heaven and hell? I got a little...
Stuart, have you seen the Insidious movies?
I have not.
They're real dumb.
They're real dumb?
They're just... So you know Paranormal Activity?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but instead of ghosts, it's demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my stepmom, she really likes Insidious because she grew up like Catholic and she has like demon fear. Like she's deathly afraid of demons, even though she's like not religious at all anymore. She's just like demons.
Gotta keep away from them demons.
Gotta keep away from them demons. How do you feel about like Saw and Human Centipede?
So I can appreciate a good gore porn film.
Yeah.
But like
Torture fest.
Yeah, like torture porn. But like that's the kind of movie that I wouldn't really watch it on my own.
Yeah.
Like I watched Human Centipede at a sleepover once.
I just feel dirty watching it alone, you know?
Yeah.
There are movies I just like I cannot watch it alone because I feel like a bad human being.
Yeah.
Like Cannibal Holocaust, have you heard of that movie?
I've heard about it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but like you're familiar with it.
Isn't that the one where like they thought people were actually like killed and eaten?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like the just insane and people. It was like,
yeah.
If you go on a Reddit board about creepypastas, but they're real, Cannibal Holocaust is probably one of them.
Yeah.
Do you remember creepypastas?
Oh God, yeah.
What were the big creepypastas?
It was like Jeff the Killer, Slenderman,
Squidward Suicide,
Ben Drowned.
Ben Drowned. That's a. Yeah, there was a creepypasta I couldn't remember, and it was Ben Drowned. Oh, and then there was the Lavender Town Pokemon one.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
Yeah.
Lavender Town theme is a nice piece of music.
Oh, and Polybius or Polybius.
Oh yeah.
Where it was the arcade machine that a bunch of people got
basically
tripped.
Yeah. Basically, playing the game would give you the like a bad trip.
Yeah, it would give you the postmortems.
Well, it's PTSD, basically.
Yeah.
It's what an unannounced bad trip would do to you. It gives you PTSD because you don't know you're on drugs.
Yeah. And then it was like, people were hinting at it being like a government experiment.
Yeah. Wasn't it like meant to be related to like MK Ultra?
Yeah, something like that. I think the original thread was inspired by that heavily. Did you have a favorite creepypasta back when that was relevant to us?
Let's see. What was my favorite creepypasta? I was a video game nerd, so I guess Lavender Town.
Oh, Ben Drowned, man.
I really liked the kind of off the beaten path creepypastas.
Mm-hmm. I feel you. Ben Drowned is like the most mainstream you can probably get. Same with Slenderman.
Jeff the Killer.
Yeah. Squidward Suicide, that wasn't super mainstream, but it still freaked me out as a kid.
I have a weird relationship with horror.
Yeah, like, I'm not...
Because, like, horror films, watching horror films, seeing things, like, I just don't connect to horror movies the way most people do and get scared of them.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a jump scare, that'll, like, frighten me for a second, but, I'm not scared of it.
It gives you a little adrenaline, but, you know.
Yeah, it's a natural reaction. It's like flinching. You don't not jump at a jump scare.
Have you ever tried VR horror?
No.
Man, it's something else.
Yeah.
I like horror movies. You can distract yourself with like, oh yeah, I'm in a movie theater. This is stupid.
Yeah.
But in VR, you know it's coming. It's like all around you. Like things can creep up behind you.
Yeah.
And you have to actually turn your head and
look at them.
Yeah. How do you feel about Five Nights at Freddy's?
So, that's actually a unique case for me. So that was the first piece of horror media that actually, like...
engaged you?
Kind of. Like, how much, like, do you do anxiety?
I don't do it as much as other people, but I dabble with anxiety.
Yeah, like, I don't anxiety so much anymore, but I used to have, like, kind of bad anxiety.
Yeah.
And, like, that game, like, loading into it, sitting there looking at the screens, gave me, like, the same feeling as, like, a really bad anxiety attack.
Yeah. Ooh, were you one of those people that watched hours of YouTube videos about the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's until you were bored of it?
I don't want to talk about freshman year stuff.
Yo, let's not talk about that.
That's a space and time that I've devoted my life to erasing.
But that's just a theory. A game theory.
We did this last time.
But this time it's more relevant because that's
Yeah.
like I was subscribed to game theory beforehand, but that's when I really got into
like
game theory.
I got pretty heavy into the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom.
Oh yeah.
The fandom was so bad.
And then Tumblr.
No.
Yeah, it was kind of bad beforehand. It was bad on its own.
Yeah. I don't know. I think in terms of games, like a horror game that can get me shook as hell is like I consider that to be a good horror game.
And that game has minimal programming at best.
Yeah.
Like I could program a Five Nights at Freddy's clone in, let's say 2 hours.
See, I think the thing that's like the thing that really gets me about it is that like you don't know. Like it's
like always there. And
like there's things always there and the things are there, but like you don't really know when the things are going to be there or where the things are going to be.
Yeah, and that's like, you ever heard of the phenomenon where like scary movies become not scary as soon as you like see the scary person?
Yeah.
Like Freddy, like Nightmare on Elm Street, as soon as you start seeing Freddy Krueger, it's like, oh, so he's just a guy that looks weird. Big scare. And then, but like in movies where you never see the killer and it's just like in your imagination and you can imagine the most scary thing to you.
Yeah.
Like when it's that abstract, it scares you more.
Yeah.
But with Five Nights at Freddy's, you never you can imagine them always right behind you. You can imagine them in that hallway.
I guess like one of the things about it, like one of the things that really gets me like freaked out is that you don't see them moving even when you see them move. Mm-hmm. And they like move too fast.
Because it's just basically a game of sprites.
Yeah, it's just a game of sprites, but something, and like the scenes and picture, like the scenes and the cameras and things are like obviously they're animated and they're fake. Yeah. But like they feel really real for some reason.
Yeah, did you ever play Donkey Kong Country on a SNES or anything equivalent? Well, it's kind of like those graphics where it's 2D sprites, but it's 3D digitized.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's not hyper realistic like some, like Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
But it gets it, man.
I guess it's more, I guess it's like the fact that.
But it's something you can get sick of easily. Because once you expect it, then you're like, oh, okay, big whoop, jump scare.
Yeah. Like when I'm expecting a jump scare, no jump scare will ever get me. But like, you always know that I can always tell there's a jump scare coming in a movie because they'll like.
But with Five Nights at Freddy's, it's randomization.
Yeah.
You're like, it could be now or it could be in 5 seconds and I don't know when to prepare.
Yeah. Like even when I know a jump scare's coming, like that adrenaline drop just hits anyway.
Yeah.
But like I just don't jump at the scare.
Uh-huh.
So it's just a constant feeling of that adrenaline drop just building in your stomach.
Yeah. Oof.
We just talked for like 10 minutes
about Five Nights at Freddy's. We talked about freshman year angst.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a good game. Just like everything else about it is awful.
Yeah.
There's still a movie.
Do you know who's directing it?
I know who he is. Like
Chris Columbus, director of the first 2 Harry Potter movies and Home Alone's 1 and 2.
Yeah.
This is his first movie since Home Alone 2, basically.
I want to go see it in theaters.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I wonder if Trump's gonna make a cameo in it like the last one.
Oh shit, Lost in New York was.
Yeah.
The one with
Oof. That was a trip.
It was a trip.
Are you... Remember a few weeks ago we were talking about the Minecraft movie?
The Minecraft movie.
Do you know who
Steve
starred?
Carell.
Steve Carell.
Playing Steve.
And it was either the writer-director or director, but one of them is the guy that stars and created It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, it just sounds like a weird combination, man.
Steve Carell and the guy who made...
And Mac from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
And then there's the Super Mario movie being co-produced by Shigeru Miyamoto himself.
Okay, it might turn out okay, but I don't think
Guess
so.
who is also producing that film? The man who brought you Minions.
Oh God.
Made by Illumination Entertainment.
You know what?
You know what? Let's just stop on the internet.
Stop. I think it's time to stop. See. So, the thing that's interesting to me about Despicable Me is that usually something will come out and it'll be good. Which I will admit. I will admit that the first Despicable Me movie was alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got behind it, you know?
It had an okay soundtrack.
Yeah.
It had pretty good character development.
Yeah, it was a solid storytelling fiasco.
So now that happened, and then... Instead of the edgy 13-year-olds getting a hold of it, the 40-year-old white moms got a hold of it.
Oof.
And they ruined it for once.
And then...
No, they ruined it.
And then Illuminate... Oh, you know what else Illumination made?
What?
The Lorax. How bad can I be?
I'm just doing them naturally.
Oh, that was...
No, it was...
Did the Lorax exist?
I'm not 100% sure that's a real movie.
Was that a shared fever dream that several people had?
Like the Berenstain Bears?
It's Berenstain Bears now.
Yeah. I know it is. But it's Berenstain Bears.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I talk about that and, like, I just, like, it's real interesting to me because it's one of the base things of like, the string theory and the multi-universe theory that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big nerd, but, like, I don't want to talk about it right now because we've only got a bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, I see your point. Maybe one of these episodes should just be all about theoretical physics.
I could do that. We could bring on Nicole.
Ooh, I don't think Have I met Cole?
Nicole?
Oh, Nicole.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, the girl that said I looked like a microwave to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna get over that.
Another gay co-host.
Yeah. Why are lesbians always cooler than me? You know? That's one of the things I'm self-conscious about.
The fact that lesbians are cooler than you?
Yeah, because, like, whenever I'm in a room, like, if I'm the gay guy, I'm the coolest. But then a lesbian comes in, that's a wrap for Stu.
Sure, and in any given room, if you're the coolest person, the room is empty.
No, it's... okay. Have you ever been in a room full of basic white hoes?
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I'm the coolest there.
Okay.
And that is most rooms at this school. So, I rest my case. I'm the coolest.
But what if one of the basic white hoes is a lesbian?
We're not talking about that. Ooh, I got that Amber Alert. Yeah.
Wow, Android got it first.
Oof.
Get hacked, Apple.
I hope that kid is okay.
I don't. That was edgy.
That was edgy. So lesbians.
Lesbians.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
No.
You didn't?
I haven't.
That's a movie we need to watch. It's really good.
Okay.
Hannah will probably back me up on that one. Okay. So what are we talking about now? We talked about Despicable Me. We talked about lesbians.
Well. Can you think of any media that was ruined by groups that weren't white moms or edgy 14-year-olds?
Nazis. Nazis ruined Pepe the Frog.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
Hillary Clinton. 40-year-old white moms ruined Pepe the Frog.
No, but then the Nazis came in, and then I can't find them funny anymore because it's always going to be at the back of my head that a Nazi is going to be reposting this.
Okay, but the thing is that the Nazis didn't even do that.
But there are Nazis with Pepe the Frog pins.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant.
Okay.
That's Hillary Clinton's fault and not the Nazis.
Let's Pokemon go to the polls.
That was the day that Pokemon Go died.
We can vote now.
We can vote now.
Oh, crap. So who are you voting for in the 2018 election?
If I live that long, no one.
Oof.
You mean the 2020 election?
Well, there's the 2018 election, too.
Okay, but there's not...
But okay, the 2020 election, that's more mainstream. Who are you voting for?
No one.
Dwayne Johnson.
I'm not going to live that long.
Oprah. Yes, you are.
Kill myself.
I'll kill you if you killed yourself. And you know what a negative and a negative does? Turns into a positive bitch.
So I'm going to kill myself.
And I'm going to kill you again.
And then I'm going to come back to life.
Yeah. Duh. That's how AED machines work. The electricity deads you again, so you become alive. It's basic math, Caleb.
So if I shoot myself and then you make me drink poison, will that make me back alive?
Well, you can't drink it because you're dead. No, I gotta shoot you again.
That won't work.
I gotta shoot the bullet out of you.
Stupid.
It's basic.
Wumbo.
It's first grade, Caleb.
The Wumbology.
The study of Wumbo. Wumbo. That was like the most Seinfeld SpongeBob ever got. Patrick going on that Wumbo rant basically sounds like Seinfeld.
M for many instead of W for Wumbo.
What a time.
What a time. Speaking of time, Stuart, I think we should be wrapping up.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
What time is it?
We have 7 minutes until, like, class does the class thing.
Class does the class thing. We can talk for a couple more minutes, I guess.
Yeah. So. I think we should do, like, an in conclusion segment. Maybe. Like, what have we talked about today? We talked about Tumblr ruining things.
Yeah.
We talked about 40-year-old moms ruining things. We talked about Despicable Me, Undertale. We talked about Five Nights at Freddy's.
In length.
In length. I think this should be our dedicated horror episode. Because you were there doing the thing. We talked about B horror films and we talked about torture porn. It's almost like a minor chord. I don't know what that means. I don't know music. Maybe we should have Noah be a special guest musician on the show.
Yeah, that could be an idea.
That'd be
How
cool.
are we ever going to bring Hannah on the show? She's in a wheelchair.
No one can goddamn carry her. By the way, we were talking about our couple friend who have found love for each other or some shit like that.
I wonder how that's going to sound with me playing the odd horror guitar in the background.
Yeah. Well, you can tell us in the comment section below. Oh yeah, there is a comment section below. This is on YouTube. Until further notice. I think we should try to get on a podcast website one of these days.
Yeah, but I'll probably keep uploading on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening today. I'm probably going to, stop recording because it'll be simple.
Yeah. Stuart, go stop the recording.
Okay.
Yeah, the computer we used to record is actually outside of the booth, so that's fun.